What was the
Great
freakiest
character.
thing you ever saw before this show?
The what?
Freakiest, weirdest thing you saw before
Freakiest
this
thing?
show?
Like
In real life?
in real life?
Yeah.
I told the last group I saw I had an alien encounter that I feel was real.
Can you elaborate?
Yeah.
Was
At my
there
house.
probing?
In my house, there was no probing. No probing. It was a light that appeared while I was talking on the phone with someone. It drew my attention, and then two lights were dimmed at separate times behind me, and then when I looked back, the light was gone. I felt it was an alien fucking with me.
So what?
No one was injured, there was no spectacular colors or takeoff. So that's it. I think I've had something that couldn't really be fully explained.
Was there anything on this show that actually like blew your mind? Like,
Most of the stories, I mean, seriously, this is why I hope that it succeeds, because when you see these stories, they really, a little boy wants to ride his bike. Well, he's blind. So good luck with that. He heard that bats echolocate by making clicking noises, and eventually a bat will know that you're 12 feet away, you're 17 feet away, and that you're a soft surface, that's a hard surface. And Allie is there because I didn't hear any click even come back. That's off a brick surface. So the kid went, wait, bats are blind. Everything's radar. Blind as a bat. But bats echolocate by clicking. So the kid started to do his own version of echolocating. Learned it, and learned to ride a bike. What the hell more inspiring story do you ever need than that, of like having the will to live? Holy shit. He just wanted to ride his bike like every other kid. He's now teaching other kids blind kids how to ride bikes safely by echolocating. I'm like, wow. Seriously, that's just a kid, like it's whatever. Just to have that kind of fortitude is so impressive.
For so long you played the character of Ash, who's dealt with the strange and
Adversity.
Adversity. What's it like for you now personally?
He had a robo hand too. Yeah.
What's it like for you now to be experiencing real life strangeness and extraordinary events?
Cool. We don't make anything up. None of this is fake. That's what's cool. Everything I do is fake. I mean, that's literally one of the intros I have, is that everything I've done is fake. Everything you see tonight is real.
How much of a hand do you have in the stories and the people?
They did a good job picking them. I just wanted to make sure that the tie-ins that I do thread them through, that it makes sense to put certain stories together. They've done a good job at grouping them, and it makes you realize how many different stories there are. We can categorize them. There's so many of them. Just the natural wonders is a whole episode of lizards doing ridiculous things. But it's all real. None of it's fake. And it's all shot in beautiful HD now. Slow motion.
Is everything you've been through, like with those horror movies like Evil Dead and the blood, gore,
Yeah.
is there anything that you saw during this that something from one of the guests that made you just kind of cringe, like I gotta leave the room, or?
Yeah, there's a couple stories that are grossitosis. There's no better word for it.
And that's my big head.
Yeah, Granny's gonna look away sometimes. That's the way it is. But again, none of it's fake. So look away if you want, but it's not like it didn't happen.
Now with the
You'll
internet,
look later. You'll rewind it. Look later.
with the internet and social media, it's easier to reach the far of the world. So, do you think that they find anything special that they couldn't find before because of?
Yes, the people behind it. The human stories behind the accident, behind the tragedy, behind the skill, behind the freakishness. You gotta find the people. That's what makes me care in a movie. The lead guy's a jerk. I don't care if he gets shot by the bad guy or not. I gotta like that guy. Dwayne Johnson, make sure you gotta like him. You gotta like him. Paying a lot of money, he's the hero. He's not gonna hit some little kid in the face. He won't do anything in his movies that will make you not like him. You gotta like the hero. And then you can crash the helicopter. Because you go, Dwayne Johnson, oh, he's dead. And then he's not. But you gotta like him first. So same with this, we wanna know these people. They're amazing people. They all have a story. Great story.
From the host
perspective, how do you balance that kind of sympathy, there but for the grace of God go I, and also the empowerment element of it?
That's the word, balance.
Mm-hmm. Do you have to do anything particular in terms of your approach? Do you do it
Yes,
voice through-
inflection.
Okay.
Inflection is everything.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we're not joking around that much. This is not the jokiest show I've ever worked on. We try and keep it like not blah, 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 not a sad tone or a weird tone, but it's pretty straight.
Have you been able to personally interact with all the subjects?
Yeah, I met them today.
Oh.
Yeah, met our panel first time today. It's awesome. They're just as awesome as I had hoped that they would be. Yeah.
Do you have a special skill that you want to showcase on the
Yeah,
show?
no, slicing bananas in different ways. Cross-cutting bananas while rotating the banana.
And you show that?
Huh?
You show that on the show?
No, I'm not going to show you that. That's because you'd steal it and put it on the internet, and everyone would take it. And then where would I be? I don't want to be sued for doing something that I invented.
And with it being the Travel Channel, I'm assuming you travel to a bunch of places to kind of tell these stories. Has there been any places that was pretty awesome?
I didn't go to these places.
Oh, you didn't?
No. It would have been impossible for the crew to get to them. I think they brought them in to talk to them. And then they provided a lot of the footage that you see is the footage that they shot of themselves.
Was there any place that now you want to go after hearing these stories?
There's one, they build the human, it's in Spain, and they climb each other to make a tower of humans. And it's every year, and families do it, and they've done it for years, and these things collapse and like crush people. Yeah, oh, here's little Billy coming, you know. Well, I think they put the little kids on the outside, because then they can, as all the adults get crushed horribly, the little kids can slide off the slopes on the side and just like have twisted limbs and stuff. But I'd like to go see that happen. It's not quite as bad as you run with the bulls.
Campbell.
Yeah, that's not that bad. But this, sometimes they get 4 stories up. And when that comes down, that's a heap of hurt. Oh yeah, that's not a cheerleading squad going south. That's a building collapsing.
And why did they do this?
Tradition. we do some pretty stupid stuff in this country. So yeah, no, they and families get involved. It's sort of like the Walendas, the guys who walk on the stuff. It's their family, we climbed the mountain. This is what we do. Grandfather climbed, he got squished, but it's okay. It's our family. I don't know why. You'd have to talk to them.
What made you decide you wanted to be the host?
They made an offer and I accepted.
That's fair.
Sometimes it's not more complicated than that. No, and plus, look, it's Ripley's. I read the book as a kid. I still have it. It's a cloth-bound red book with really cool illustrations. Some guy blowing a candle out with his eye. I'm like, wow, how do you do that? I don't know, it caught my fancy. And they've kept that weird cartoony drawing stuff. They've kept it. So they have a great lineage, Ripley's. It's amazing. 100 years. That's a big deal. We don't have the attention span for anything, and these guys are like they're a century old. It's pretty awesome. It's great to work for somebody that has existed for a while.
From all the stuff that you read as a kid, did you ever want to try any of those crazy stuff that you read in Ripley's?
No. That's why we have stunt people. No way in hell. No, once you get a good stunt guy, you realize what you should and shouldn't do, and you shouldn't do most things. You should let the stunt guy do it, because that's what they do. So on Ash vs. Evil Dead, my stunt guy got the shit beat out of him.
But in Evil Dead 2, you do your own stunts, right?
Sorry, sir. Fantasy over. I did a lot. I did more than the average actor in all the Evil Dead movies, and I've had a very physical career. But no, if you're going to throw your head, you're going down the stairs on wooden steps head first, not a chance lands. That young man was Johnny Casino from Evil Dead 2. Great guy, great stunt guy. And he did a great job. He busted one of the steps, I think with like his shoulder.
Oh.
Yeah, and it was in slow motion, so you know it looks great, and he was a great double. He doubled me for a bunch of stuff. Good stunt guy is great. You keep him.
Now, is production of this show going to interfere with production of the next Evil Dead movie?
Ha ha ha. Not as a producer, no.
Are there any other episodes or people that appear in Jack Palin's TV show that reappear here, like 30 years later? What happened to them?
I don't think we're going to revisit, but there's no reason why we can't. We can always do best hits, whatever, yeah, who knows?
And what happened?
But I don't think we're going to run out of ideas, sir. I think there's a lot of extraordinary people, and we're going to find them. And hopefully they will find us because of the show. We want them to come forward and go, hey, saw your show. Look what I can do. I mean, come on, a guy with a deck of cards could kill any one of you sitting right here. You're dead, right in the forehead, bang, dead. How about that? And now, is that a great skill? I don't know. It's pretty amazing. Oreo cookie in half, through the cream, in the air. If you practiced till you were dead, not a chance. You and I can come close. We'd like glance off the thing. Oh my God, I hit it! No way. Through the cream, sideways, in slow motion to document it.
Was there a favorite?
Those are all cool. I love all that
All
shit.
right.
Chop an olive in half. Olive goes out, bang. I'm like, wow. It's all amazing.
You mentioned Ripley's, of course, being 100 years old, and it's been quite a while since they've had a TV show. Why is now the right time to bring back the TV show?
I don't think there was ever a time to not have a TV show. It's all part of what I call the digital curating now. I think they're the most interesting curators in the world, if not the biggest. So this is just going in the digital curation. So it's kind of catching up in a way. There's a lot of stories we haven't done that might be a few years old. Doesn't matter. We'll grab them now and see what they're up to now and talk about what they've accomplished. So everything's still on the table. We hope that a lot of people come forward. I think they did a great job finding people. I really do. It's a big deal. 60 stories? What the hell? That's a lot for a season.
That's all around the world.
Yeah, everywhere. So I think they did a very good job piecing it all together. A lot of work.
Breaking it down, how many episodes? You have
I think it's
stories across
6.
How many episodes?
10.
Okay, so 6 parts
Yeah.
roughly?
10 is the new 13, is the new 22, is the new 26, is the new... Oh my God.
Are you ready to steal yourself when people are going up to you going, look what I can do, and will it be in
Oh, I would be very happy. It means the show has been on the air long enough for people to do that. I'd love that. Show me what you can do. Oh, hell yeah. It's better than trying to pick a fight with you or something. Hey, I think you're so tough. No, let's be fine. Show me your shit.
Do you know if there any place or any people that they couldn't go? Like, for example, you know, this tiny island on the east of Madagascar where the tourists got arrowed because they were like...
Oh, wouldn't that be great to go there?
Yeah.
But what's your story there, though? You know what I mean? What guy do you get from Ripley's? What's amazing about that?
Well, you
We
know,
found a savage! I'd get killed as the host if I went there.
Well, that's a
Is
story.
that what you're trying to do? Trying to kill me in a... Well, that's pretty amazing. I'm not sure if it's right for our show. I mean, because that's a civilization defending themselves from invaders, right?
Yeah.
It's not that that's amazing. Those they think they're under attack. You should stay away from there, by the way.
That's why I'm here.
I love the fact that a guy was killed by arrows in this modern world. I just think that is spectacular. There's a graveyard. I live in Jacksonville, Oregon. It's a very small little town. It's a mining town. It goes back to the, 1840s. And my favorite tombstone is Joe Blow, 1850, killed by Indians. You go, yeah, all right. I guess it happened. That pioneer story didn't come out as well as the other ones. half the people in those graveyards are only 6 years old anyway. It's little Johnny didn't have much of a chance. There's the gold rush, and for some reason the kids got thrown under the wagon wheels. I don't know why. Oregon Trail, that's like the #1 thing to kill kids. They back up the wagon. All right, let's get it going. Oh, Billy! Someone finally charted. This is an amazing fact. Someone was mapping the deaths of the Oregon Trail. It's so extensive because so many things happened. They started to go west, and all these shyster salesmen were like, you know, when you cross the great country there, you need a piano. Really? You think we do? Oh, you need a piano. And they get 5 miles out, they go, get this fucking piano off of here. And then the people who sold it to them came back and picked the shit up and sold it again. What? Oh yeah, what a scam. Well, they scammed in the Oregon Trail days? Fuck yeah, they did. Who's gonna tell? Who's gonna text someone? Hey, watch out for those guys, they're scammers. They're already killed by Indians up the trail.
Or it took 3 months.
Yeah. I don't know how you guys got on that stuff.
If anyone wants to go back on topic, you have 5 minutes.
The original show, has
Yes.
people, but also have historical facts and sometimes wordplays or curiosities of the language and stuff. So you're
Yeah.
focusing on people here?
No, we do natural wonders too.
Okay.
A lizard shooting poisonous blood out of their eyes to disable their foes. Yeah, there's some weird shit in nature too. It's all real. All we do is document it. There's so many stories, we do categorize them. So you'll see them grouped together.
Are there any stories that you're looking forward to that you're trying to get for season 2?
No, because these are good so far. Our trick now is to not have sucky stories. Well, I think we've set a pretty high bar for ourselves. You know, we have. So we got to get someone who can do better than card tricks, you know. It's like, what else you got?
Are we assured of a season 2, and are you signed up for any future seasons after that?
Well, I've not heard the official pickup for season 2.
Okay.
One hopes that doing events at Comic-Con to bring massive awareness to a massive amount of people might give them the little spike that they need to convince themselves that this is worth it. We'll see. The TV guys have not spoken yet, but I think we're good. You know, I think there's plenty more stories if it's good to go. It's good. I like doing it. I like talking about people who are overcoming horrible problems. What the hell's wrong with that?
What about the stories where they can't overcome horrible problems?
Well, those are important too, but most of ours do. The cool thing is they not only get back to zero, they then go kind of beyond that. That's what's impressive. A lot of these people wanted to, guy loses in a motorcycle crash, loses the use of the lower half of his body, but he wants to eventually recover enough to the point where he can still pilot a motorcycle and repeat the same stunt again, only without the use of the bottom half of his body, but still do it. And he does. I don't think we're going to show someone who dies on our show. It's not going to happen. But the guy, it's impressive, A lot of stories.
Now, with Ripley's just in the last, 70, 100 years they've been going, a lot of the stories that they tell are world record holders. Do you know how many world record or Guinness Book of World Record people were on?
A fair amount, because we have to say Guinness Book of World Records. They make us say Guinness Book of World Records. You can't just say Joe Blow has a world record.
Yeah.
There's apparently a world record and then a Guinness Book of World Records. So it's more certified. We have a bunch of them. Yeah. Oh, we got some Guinness people. Totally. Yeah.
Well, you film in Orlando at the Ripley's. How much time did you get, or how much freedom did you have to roam around there?
I was there during spring break, which sucks on every level. So thanks for that. No, it was actually a good time to be in Florida. Kind of mid-February, mid-March. Not bad. doesn't really become Florida until like
Snowbirds.
April. I know that from Burn Notice, because we would film, of course, when the weather started to get bad. We filmed in the hot season. Well, because every restaurant was like, oh my God, yeah, come on, come and shoot. Got no customers, come on in. In December, they'd be like, fuck off. So we shot at the right time for locations, but the wrong time for weather. But there you go.
Last question.
A lot of pressure. You don't want to end it with a lame-o. You don't want to end it with a stiff.